Hey, Jonathan here, and this video is exclusively for Academy members. This one's going to be a fun one. So the World Cup is going on right now, so I don't know if you know this, but me and my brother, we used to play a lot of soccer. Like well over 10 years of playing competitively, and actually one of our old teammates, he played with us on our club team, was fortunate enough to be very talented, and he played in the last World Cup. Obviously he didn't play in this one because they didn't make it. America didn't make it in this one, so that was pretty hard to watch. But anyway, I wanted to show you two really good drills that we used to do in soccer. These are just beginner ones, but what's cool about these is that it's really good for developing agility. It's also good for developing your ankle joints, your knee joints, and it's just a lot of fun to do. So I wanted to bust out the soccer ball and show you just a couple of things you can do. So the first one is just a simple, we're passing it back and forth. Now we can do this basically standing. And what we're going to do is with our body, you want to have a slight turnout with both feet, because this is going to put us in a good position in soccer, especially when we're planted. Being slightly turned out allows us to pass both ways. It allows us to have a lot of movement in either direction. Whereas if we're turned in or too flat-footed like this, it gets harder to make certain passes and things like that. The other thing is we always want to be on the balls of our feet so that we can react and move quickly. This is going to be important as we get more advanced and stuff like that. So what this drill is all we're doing is passing the ball back and forth, but we want to stay in place. And when we're passing the ball back and forth, we want to try to keep the ball in this area in front. If it goes too far back, again, this puts us in a bad position as we get further where we try to do more advanced things. If we have the ball here, this gives us plenty of options for taking a shot, for giving a pass, for doing a step over. Whereas if we're here, we're really limited. We can't pass and do certain things. So as we're passing the ball back and forth, we're going to have the ball around this area. So you don't want to go too far back in the heel. You want to kind of aim for this spot here. And all we're going to do is pass back and forth like this. And now this might, at the beginning is going to be, even this can be difficult. But once you get this down, all we do is we ramp up the speed. So we go back and forth like this. And the thing here is, as we're shifting weight and going back and forth, we're always on the balls of the feet and landing on the balls of the feet. So we have this slight angle so that because we're flat-footed, like we're not going to be able to pass the ball back and forth really quickly if we're trying to go flat. So once you have that one down, that's just the very first stage. What I want you to do next, we have a little more fun with this. That's where I want you to go. We're going to go forward. We're going to come back. We're going to go side to side. And then once you have that down, where you can do the cross, then that's where we can go more advanced and we can have, more fun and more speed and go different directions. But of course, that takes a little more skill, a little more control. All right, so that's the first drill. It's really fun. And what's really good about these drills, not only, you learn some cool stuff, but it's really good for developing the hips. It takes a lot of control and balance to do all this. Even small movements like this, you're building a lot of control with your body, a lot of foot-eye coordination, a lot of balance, and again, you're really strengthening all these joints here. So it's a really good drill for that. Now, the second one I'm going to show you is I would say it's a little bit harder, but at the end of this, I'm going to show you some real beginner ones, so you can even do some of this seated, which I'll show at the end. But this other one's going to be a little more difficult. This is actually going to refer back to the Tai Chi lessons that we showed you from the last week. And so what we're going to do is we're going to be bouncing on one leg, and for these drill or this movement, we're going to be placing our foot on top of the ball. Now this can be really risky if you lose your balance and stuff, so that's why it's really important that we have a lot of control here, and we start very small. So just start off by placing your foot on the ball like so. You have all your weight in the back foot, so you want this front one to be weightless, just like in Tai Chi, where you have full control. And you just want to be placing your foot on the ball. And you don't want to reach out too far. You just want it to be basically in line with your knee here. And you're placing the front of your foot on the ball. And all we're going to do is tap and then come back, switch weight. If we get more advanced, you can go faster, until eventually, this is really advanced, we're stepping on it like so. Now that we have that down, I want you to add just a little bit of movement with the ball here. And so we're just going to be stepping inside and outside. So what I want you to do is start with the ball on the right side. Again, we're going to have a slight turn out. Roll the ball inside to your left foot. Take the ball with your left foot and roll it to the outside. This is all we're going to do. But again, this takes a lot of control, a lot of balance, and a lot of these little muscles in here are working. So it's really good for stabilizing things like this. Now the next drill is we're going to go forward and back. So you toss the ball forward, pull it back with the other foot. And you don't want to go too far where you're having to reach real hard. So this is again where the control comes in. And then you'll switch, so we'll put it out with the left foot, pull back with the right. And of course, to make it more advanced, we would just speed it up. Now, I want to show you, because this can be, you know, kind of uncomfortable for some people, especially if you're not used to playing with the ball and stuff. So a fun thing is you can also do this seated, you know, or seated. You're watching a movie or something, TV, you can do the drill we did before, where you're going back and forth. That's a fun one. And we can also do the rolling one. So you can roll backwards and forwards. You can do the one you were doing before, you roll inside, you can roll out. And so you can really have a lot of fun and try different things. And you're also not having to risk, you know, falling over or tripping over the ball. So I just wanted to give you those two little drills because me and my brother used to have a lot of fun with the soccer ball, and we developed a lot of great knee strength, joint strength by doing these types of things. So I highly recommend adding some of this type of stuff into your repertoire. So thanks for joining us in this video, and I'll see you inside the academy.